What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope all of you are having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode of GH, I enjoyed this. Listen, everybody putting their heads together, trying to figure this thing out. Um, it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it so far. Um, Spencer needs to wake the hell up. The boy is too naive. He needs to wake up where Victor is concerned because Laura was trying to talk sense to him, but he would not listen to her. Like, he sees Nicholas as the villain, and he sees Victor as his savior, as his hero. He got to snap out of that. Victor, I think on some level, Victor cares about his family, but they're nothing more to Victor than a means to an end. That's all they are. Whatever agenda Victor has, Spencer's a part of that agenda. He's not doing all of this for the boy out of the kindness of his heart. He has something that he wants. Because Victor, everything he does for a purpose. Like, you're gonna end up paying him some form or fashion. And that's what Laura's trying to get Spencer to understand. Like, Victor is not to be trusted. But of course Spencer doesn't want to hear it. And it was so funny because he was sitting there talking about, oh, if you trust my judgment when it comes to Trina, why you can't trust it with Victor? Boy, she has been dealing with the Cassadine family for 4 decades. She know these people way better than Spencer obviously do. Like, Spencer should know the history of his family, because if he don't know the history by now, I don't know. Like, how do you not know that the Cassadines are ruthless? You know, they will eat their own young. Helena tried to poison her own son, for crying out loud. Like, come on, dude. You think Victor really gives a crap about you like that? He cares about you on a smidge, a little smidge. That's as far as it go. Um, that's as far as his level of care for the family really goes. Hopefully Spencer wakes up. I really do. On more than one level, I hope he wakes up. When it comes to Esme, when it comes to Victor, he needs to open his eyes. Um, I understand, Laura wants Nicholas to reach out to Spencer. Ava reluctantly wants him to reach out to Spencer because Ava at this point, she don't give a damn about Spencer. She don't like him, but she don't want Nicholas' relationship with Spencer to turn out like her and Kiki. That's what she's always said to him. She didn't want that as much as she don't like the boy. But, she's trying to save them, that relationship. So she encourages him to seek Spencer out. Victor was encouraging him to do it. But I mean, how many times can you encourage? I mean, Spencer has to do the work too. It can't just be all Nicholas. It can't just be all him reaching out all the time trying to fix it if Spencer's not. It's a two-way street. Spencer got to meet him 50-50 here. You got to meet him halfway. But I am glad Nicholas went to go see him because hopefully they can get to some understanding because at this point, Spencer, he's not coming around. You know what I mean? Mainly because of Ava. That's really what this is about. And it's like, you're going to have to find some common ground. Every time I look at Ava and Nicholas, I keep thinking about bondage. I keep thinking about that crazy. She had that man strapped up to that bedpost. I'm like, listen. Every time I look at them, I just see freaky deaky. Every time I look at them. Um, Ava had a point though when she was like, in order to get the victor, you kind of gotta play along with him. You know what I mean? Like make him lower his guard somehow by thinking you're on his side. I get where she coming from with that because it's possible that it could work. You never know. Like when you got somebody's guard down, ain't no telling what they might slip up and say. That could help you figure out what their agenda is. Because that's really what Laura's trying to figure out right now. What is his agenda? They gonna figure it out though. They need to figure out what Victor's up to. Um, he got this little guard or whatever. Like all this stuff that he doing for Spencer, it's coming at a price. He ain't doing it out of the kindness of his heart. Yeah, because Victor's sitting here talking about he trying to change people's perception of him. I'm like, yeah, but you're not. He ain't never gonna change people's perception of him because he keep doing evil stuff. So anyway, moving on from that. Lisa is willing, ready, and fucking able. You hear me? Lisa was ready to hop on a plane ASAP to go to Switzerland. Like she was so ready. She was super ready. Britt put the kibosh on that. Britt was like, "Listen, you ain't going to no damn Switzerland." She said, "If you even think about hopping on a plane," she was like, "I promise you, I will put your ass on a 72-hour mental hold." She said, "I'll shoot you with another harpoon." I don't blame Britt. I cannot blame Britt at all for the simple fact that she already almost lost her mother because of Victor and Peter. She's not about to go through that again. Ain't no way. And I don't blame her. But I'm glad that Albrecht didn't have to go to Switzerland to help out with the search because she thought about it and something clicked. When Austin was telling Sam and Britt and stuff about how they were listening in on Victor in his conversations, something clicked in Albrecht and she remembered something from Peter's childhood. That he used to go to this little farm or a little camp or something when he was a kid, and there was like this little place near it or whatever. She started to remember that. And I remember she had called Anna. She called Anna to let her know about it. Because Anna, that's why I said before, I love how everybody was putting their brains together and collectively trying to think. Like, okay, where would Peter go? Who does he know in Switzerland? Where would he go? Like, would he try to blend in as a tourist like Dante, Drew, Anna? They were all trying to put their heads together and collectively think. Um, so they remember, because no, Albrecht remembered the salt mines. She remembered that. That's what she remembered from his childhood, the salt mine. So she had called Anna about the salt mine, but Anna already pieced that together too because she was looking through his novel, through Peter's book or whatever, and that's when she remembered about the salt mines and stuff like that. Um, Drew basically, I agree with Drew when he said in order to catch Peter or find out where he would go, you got to put yourself in his mind frame. You got to like think like Peter. You know how they say like to catch a killer, you kind of got to think like one. A lot of times that can work. You just got to think like he would go somewhere secluded. You know what I'm saying? Like somewhere off the grid, of course. And of course, Victor has an agent on his payroll from the WSB. I'm not even shocked. Officer or Agent Keegler or whatever his name is. Because Victor's guy Johan basically called him to let him know because Victor basically ordered everybody's death. He was like, "Listen, I want a bloodbath." Victor said, "I want Peter as dead." He said, "I want Anna." He said, "Listen, I want Peter dead. Anna and Dante, they can go. They're expendable." The only person he wanted to keep was Drew for obvious reasons because he need him. But everybody else, he said, "Listen, do away with their ass." He was like, "I don't need them, don't want them, get rid of them." Victor is such like in some ways he's stupid in some ways, especially when he kept trusting Peter. But he got that devious Cassadine about him. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to wanting people dead, he wants you dead. Like there's no ifs ands buts about it. Like he will have you killed. He don't give a damn. Um so hopefully Anna and Dante figure out Agent Keegler and they get his ass under control. Um I'm not even shocked that Felicia was on a plane to Switzerland. I am so happy that Felicia actually ignored them because Felicia is of use. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, she had a conversation with Peter a while back, and he was telling her about some childhood camp place he used to go to, and there was a place in the mountains or whatever. And that's what Anna and Autumn was looking at on the map, mountains. You know what I'm saying? Like they were looking at that stuff, and she remembered it, and she started looking at rental cars and stuff. I said, "Go ahead, Felicia." I'm not mad at Felicia for going because at the end of the day, any parent, they listen. Any parent on this earth will go through the bowels of hell for their kids. You know what I'm saying? So Anna, Felicia ain't no different. Anna, Felicia, none of them, Sam, none of them are any different. They will go through the miles of hell for their kids. So I can't even blame Felicia on that. You know, as much as she trusts Anna and Dante to do what they do best, she's not new to this either. You know what I'm saying? This is her daughter, and she wants to be a part of this. You know, she probably feels like she failed Maxie so many times before. This could be the one time where she doesn't fail her. You know, so I can't fault her for going. You know, a few heads are better than one. You know what I mean? They always say two is better than one, but I say a few because you're gonna need all the help that you can get. Because like old Brett told Britt and Sam and them, Peter's not going down without a fight. That's what he's not gonna do. And he got Maxie, he got a gun, so that makes him even more dangerous. Plus, he's psychotic, so it's like you can't really reason with a psycho too much. The only person who can is Maxie because she's his kryptonite, basically. But even that only goes so far if she pisses him off. Um, Maxie is smart. Maxie is holding this thing together. Like she's gathering information from him. You know what I mean? Like he's telling her, like she was like, "Oh, where are we close to? Like where are we nearby?" And he was like, "We're close to something in a couple of borders or whatever." So she's gathering information, and she started as soon as he went away to go find a start a fire for them because she was like, "Oh, I'm cold. It's cold in here." She's smart. Maxie is smart. She's a lot smarter than what I normally would give her credit for in past storylines. I'm just saying, but she's smart on this one. She started looking for maps and stuff, and then she was telling him, "Oh, let's go out for a walk and stuff." And he was like, "No, it's getting dark. We shouldn't be going." I see what she was trying to do, get him to go walk the trail and stuff like that. She's smart. She was gonna lose his ass that way. That was brilliant on Maxie's part. Like she is playing this very smart. She is playing this to the hilt. Like I give Maxie all the credit in the world. Like she is not playing the damsel in distress on this one. She said, "No, I'm gonna find a way to get myself up out of this," and I don't blame her because it's easier for her. That's why her whole plan from the beginning was smart. By leaving Louise in Port Charles, it was brilliant because it would have been harder for her to outmaneuver him with the baby there. But when it's just the two of them, she can do it. She can outmaneuver him. I'm definitely enjoying this. Like I really am. I am enjoying watching everybody in Switzerland, even the ones back home, piecing this thing together, making a phone call. Like, listen, I think they're there. I think they're here. Brilliant. I love this. I'm a big ass fan of Clue. I love Clue. So watching all these people get together and put their heads together to try to find Maxie, I'm enjoying it. I love me a good adventure storyline. It's always fun. Adventure storylines can be like the funnest storylines. Like, and I'm really enjoying this for what it is. So anyway, that's pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all Monday. Hope you all have a great night. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. See you all later. Peace.